Now that it's December, I figured I'd make an update video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what I've been doing. These update videos are for me to keep track of what I've been doing and to hear about what you've been doing, so let me know in the comments what you've been doing. If you are new to the channel, my name is Mason Ellis and I'm a C5 through C7 complete quadriplegic. I make videos to help you live life just like you would have able-bodied. If you enjoy this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Being a quadriplegic or paralyzed in general, it's kind of difficult to get shoes that will work for you just because you can't feel, or I can't feel, since I'm a complete injury, what the actual shoe feels like. But I have found some shoes that are really useful. I'm not sure how they actually feel since I can't feel my foot, but they're really easy to get on because they have a loop at the top of the tongue and they have a loop on the back by the heel, so it makes it really easy to get on. So I can just put my index finger or thumb in the loop and pull it on easily. And these are my second pair, and what they are is by a company called Freedom Industries, and I have a black pair which I have had for a little while now, and I just bought this camo pair, and so I highly recommend checking them out. This is a little side note, but as far as shoes go, I recommend getting one size bigger than what you normally wear. Personally, I wear a size 13, and I have for a while, even before I became paralyzed, but I always needed a size 13 because I have a thick foot and a wide foot, so it kind of accommodates, but I do recommend getting a size up. I went to another concert, and I went to see Chris Young at the Mill in Terre Haute, Indiana. The openers were Chase McDaniel and Matt Jordan, which I had never heard of. It was a really good concert, and the same guy that works there, who asked me if I wanted to go up by the stage at the Gary Allan concert, asked me if I wanted to go up by the stage again, and so of course I said yes, and it was a really good concert, like I said, and that's the second time I've seen Chris Young. The first time was at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, I believe in January of 2016. I do like Chris Young's music, and his voice is somewhat unique. He has that, unique characteristic about his voice, which I think a lot of people are attracted to, people who have a unique voice, and I don't really think, I've been thinking about this some, but I don't think your popularity in music is determined by how well you can sing. It's often how unique your voice is, which I thought was interesting. Let me know what you think. I did go fishing for the first time in probably 2 years, and I went in my dad's boat at a lake where I work, which I had never been to this lake before, and so it was really cool just to get out on the water and in the boat and fish and see the lake, which I've always wondered about. But I did catch I believe 3 fish, but they were pretty small. I did some training where I work, and it's a self-improvement training class type deal, and it was a total of probably 6 days over a span of a few weeks, and this is the second class. It was actually the first class they hosted of this particular training, but in order to take this one, you had to complete the course before this, which I had done earlier this year, called Leading from Within. The first course, called Leading from Within, was to learn more about yourself and your strengths and weaknesses, whereas this course, Leading the Way, was about how to use those your strengths and weaknesses to lead others. And so I'm all about improving myself as well as helping others. I really like how these training classes are set up. They're set up to where it's more of a discussion thing, and you learn stuff along the way rather than how it was in school where they just give you a bunch of information and force you to remember it and all of that. So if school was actually set up like these classes, it would actually be really enjoyable to, attend classes. I went to a demolition derby at a fairground that I hadn't been to for a few years, and they had a section set up with a ramp that was for people with handicap, or a handicap section, mainly for people with wheelchairs or, that couldn't walk the stairs. But the thing is, it was set up way over on the side or on the edge, and the actual cars were over here. So I had to look way over to my right, and it was pretty ridiculous as to how, where it was set up, because you couldn't see. You had to look like way over there. It wasn't in front of you. They had the track set up with barriers, around it, obviously, and it seemed like the track was a lot smaller than what it usually was, and there was several cars in each series thing, and there was like barely any room for the vehicles to move, and so I wasn't too impressed. My art teacher from high school is a really good painter, and he paints all the time. And back in 2016, he did this thing where he did 100 portraits of people's faces and stuff. So he asked me to do that back in 2016, and he came to my house and painted my face. And he did that, like I said, for 100 people. I went and picked up the painting, which he gave it to me for free, so I have it hanging in my room now. But this picture was me wearing the same shirt and hat that I was the day he painted me, except it was 7 years apart, so I thought it was pretty cool. And it's a really good painting. I'm looking at it right now, but I think it resembles me pretty well. I did something that I had never done before. I went to a school called Springville Community Academy, and I talked during 6 different class periods for a class called Outdoors Tomorrow. I told my story and how I became paralyzed, what I've accomplished since, and outdoor activities that I am able to do and how I do them. The students were kindergarten through 8th grade, but I don't think there was any 4th graders in there, and I answered questions that the students had and was showing them different stuff, and this was something really different that I had never done before, and I really enjoyed it. I went and shot guns with my dad and his friend out at a property that we own and hunt on, and I shot my Ruger 77 357, which they don't make anymore, and I bought it like the year of or the year before they stopped making that, and so now it's became a lot more valuable. And I shot my dad's Ruger American 308 and my dad's friend's 30-30, I believe, and it was pretty fun. I did a research interview for the Ford Motor Company, and the interview was about improving cabins for people with disabilities. So the cabins as in the area that you sit in vehicles, and so they were asking me different questions, and I was telling them my suggestions and stuff as to what they can do to improve the cabins for people in wheelchairs or disabilities in general. So I felt like I gave them some really valuable information, as well as, some tips that I would like to see in a vehicle that would make it a lot more accessible. I've been hunting several times, and like the first weekend of gun season, I passed on an 8-point buck because I thought it was smaller than what it actually was, because it ended up showing up on my trail camera, and on the picture it seemed a lot bigger on that picture than what I remember seeing it in person. But I was looking at it in person through a scope at 150 yards, and so it looked, I guess, smaller. But I wish I would have got that, but unfortunately I passed on it. But I did get a doe with the Ruger American 308 that I was shooting out at my dad's property. I went to a local church for a meal that was downstairs, and I'd been to this church before, but they didn't have the elevator working. This time they had the elevator working, and it was really interesting because I've heard and seen these elevators in the past, but I'd never used one. But I did use one similar to this at the Grand Ole Opry in Tennessee this year, which you can see in my video showing my vacation to Tennessee. But the elevator was really handy, and it seemed like something that you could, put in your house, relatively affordable. So that was pretty cool. I have a 2015 Toyota Sienna van, and you can take out the driver's seat and passenger seat and take them out so that way you can sit in either spot, or you can, take them both out and not have anything in there. But the thing is, that's nice, but there's no center console to put anything. So I found this console thing, which is made to shove down between two seats, like in a vehicle, which, like a bench seat kind of thing, which I don't have a bench seat, but I was thinking if I used magnets to attach it to the side of the chair of the passenger seat, then that would give me kind of a center console. But I tried it, and unfortunately the magnets that I got were too weak, so I'm trying to figure out a way to make it to where it doesn't fall down. But if you guys have any ideas as far as a center console to use for that, let me know. I read a book by Brian Swift called Developing True Grit, and it's a self-improvement book. And personally, I like self-improvement books or non-fiction books that are like true stories. I'm not a fan of fiction or fake stuff. I just like the real deal. But this book was about grit and developing grit, and basically, being disciplined and stuff like that. And so I let the author know that I got done reading it and let him know my thoughts, and he thought that I had grit myself, which I told him I thought I did as well. And so I recommend that. And if you are interested in reading this book or any other book that I have read in the past that I recommend, check out the link down in the description below to my Amazon book list, and you will see the books that I have read on there and that I recommend. So check it out. I bought some new equipment that I can use for my videos to help improve the quality. I bought a new web camera, which I use to film these videos, and that's being used right now. So this is the first video that I've recorded with this camera. So let me know what you think, as well as a new microphone that I got that I'm using right now. And then I got this new Corsair gaming headset. So I really like this. It seems to be pretty good quality. I also have a light up here, and it's really cool because it's kind of like what you see, the kind of light that you see on a workbench. And so it's up here in the middle, and it really displays the light, or disperses the light all the way across my desk, and you should be able to see me a lot better than having my lamp over here on. So let me know what you think. If you remember, I was having issues with my armrest pads becoming ripped and stuff like that, and I got them replaced, and these only lasted about 2 months, and they're already ripped again. I have tape on them, so I'm changing the material of this, which is going to be changed to like a fake leather. I think they call it leatherette. So hopefully that's a lot more durable. The ones I have right now are not durable at all. Obviously these only lasted a couple months, and then the ones I had before this lasted maybe a year or something like that. I got me a new quad tool, and it's a lot smaller than the one that I have. The one that I have back here that you can see on the wall is a lot bigger, and I wanted one that I could fit in my backpack and carry around like that. So this is it, and I believe it's like 11 inches total in length. And so what you do is put your hand in here like this, and I try to do this like that, and you will do this, and to use it you move your wrist like this to close the clamp I mean, and so you can pick stuff up like this, and they have different sizes, so I recommend checking these out, and they are pricey, but I personally believe they're worth the price. And I do have a 10% coupon code that you can use. Just use the coupon code MASON, and that is MASON, my first name, and you can get 10% off. So check out the link down in the description below to check out Quad Tools. Also, I should be getting these gripping aids from Handy Accessories. You can check them out online at handyaccessories.com. There's a link in the description of this video, and with the coupon code MASON10 you can get 10% off at that as well. I haven't got the product yet, but I should be getting it soon. But they do make products that are similar to Active Hands, except these are made in the USA, so I'm looking forward to getting those. I'll be making videos on that, and I'm curious as to how they compare to Active Hands products. Since my last update video, I have uploaded 3 videos. The first one was me giving my advice for how to be successful in college in a wheelchair, and then I uploaded a video on me graduating with highest honors in a wheelchair at the honors convocation, as well as the graduation ceremony, so you can see me going across the stage. And then also I uploaded a video that I thought would be fun, where I asked ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence thing that if you haven't heard, but I used it to ask it for advice on living life with a spinal cord injury. So those videos are linked down in the description of this video, and I will have the video of me playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 up soon. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what you've been doing. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you watch another one of my videos.